Hey, what's up, everybody? Mike Stevens here, Redneck Cruiser. So, am I going on a cruise anytime soon? Doubtful. But still, that possibility. But I'm going to talk to you the reason why I don't think I'm going on any cruises. And not only that, I don't think many other people are going on any cruises in the near future. So, what was it, Tuesday of this past week, Royal Caribbean announced that they're extending their 30-day no cruise shutdown for another 30 days. So it'll go to May 12th. And Carnival posted on social media, said by Friday of that same week that they are going to make a decision on what to do. Well, Friday came around and they posted on social media, well, we need a couple more days, so we'll post a decision by Monday. Now, what's really going on is Holland America stuck out there at sea. Holland America's been out there in, Chile and all these other places, and they're denying them port. They won't allow them to dock at any of their ports. And they were on their way to Florida, and 4 people had passed away, and I doubt they passed away all at the same time, but when it crossed my Facebook news feed, the mainstream media was talking all about it. 4 people passed away out there with flu-like symptoms, is what they said. So, people, I don't know who's sending medical personnel, if it's the states or maybe it's the company. I don't know how they're going all about it, but I will tell you this, that this is a messy situation for the whole cruise industry, not just Holland America, which, by the way, if you don't know, Holland America is owned by Carnival. Carnival Corporation owns Holland America. So what's going to happen is they're going to extend a 30-day shutdown, but in my opinion, it's going to be more like 60 to 90 days. If not more, I think, and I've said this on Facebook, and a lot of these cruisers were sitting there saying I was wrong, but I says that the whole cruise industry needs an overhaul, or I say they need an overhaul. They're going to get an overhaul, and I think that they're going to be shut down up to 6 months, and because this stuff ain't going away, folks. This coronavirus, this COVID-19 is not going away anytime soon. I'm with the president. I would love for everything to get back to normal by the resurrection day. A lot of people misunderstood the president. The president talked about how hopeful he would be. I'm hopeful too. I think everybody's hopeful. But unfortunately, realistically, the cases are going up, the deaths are going up, and this thing ain't getting solved anytime soon. So, and it's worse for the cruise industry because they have a microscope on them. All these cruise lines do. And, and these deaths that happen, it came across my news feed on Friday. I think that, it's, an overhaul is about to happen. And what do you mean by overhaul? And that's what a lot of people said on Facebook. What do you mean by overhaul? There's deaths that happen all the time. I'm like, okay, and I agree with you. People do die on cruise ships, The only difference is now, with what's going on, is that you have the whole media, looking at you. Because you had the news article come out, how, one of the Princess cruise ships, they saw how the COVID-19 virus or bug, whatever, was still on that ship 17 days after everybody left. They was still on that ship. Okay? And if you don't know how the cruise industry works, there's always somebody on that ship. So if you get off a ship on Saturday morning, by noon, that same day, more passengers are coming on. Okay? There's not enough time to clean every single room, just like what needs to be happening. Disinfecting everything. Disinfecting everything. There's not enough time. And on top of all that is that there's no screening. I mean, later in the game, they were screening for temperature. And, Carnival has ordered a bunch of these infrared screening things that airports uses. And that's all fine. But, I mean, that's happening late in the game, And on top of all that, these recent cruises that, got back to our shores and, disembarked and all that kind of stuff, they didn't screen. No one screened these passengers getting off the ship. They just business as usual, go through customs, check your paperwork and all that, and you're good to go. There's no, they're not going to take your temperature. They're going to do nothing like that. There's no screenings whatsoever been happening, and all of a sudden you start hearing people dying that's been on cruise ships. There's one just recently right here in Johnson County, which is just north of where I live, and there was a guy that died that he was on a cruise ship. So this is some bad news for the cruise industry, and they're going to have to figure out everything, to get things back to. First of all, we have to get back normal, not just in the United States, but the whole world. How long is that going to take? Once we get back to normal, then I think the cruise industry is going to have to go through all these things, to show everybody that it's safe to cruise again. And I don't think a 30-day extension is going to, fix that. I think this is going to take about 6 months. I do. And hopefully that's it. So if you guys got a cruise coming up this summer, and I was thinking about rebooking my cruise for this summer, and, and I just pushed mine out another year, so I'll be going on 2 cruises next year because this don't look to be happening anytime soon in the cruise industry. And I hate to say that. I'm usually the optimistic one, sitting there thinking, it'll get better. It'll get better. I don't think it's happening this time. This is the real deal. And if you guys think that, this is not going to be a big deal, well, think again. And just go back to this video. And so Monday, when Carnival is supposed to make their formal announcement that so-and-so cruises are canceled, I don't think it's going to be another 90 days. I think it's going to be a lot longer. And that's the sad thing about it because, in this world where, we're always having sports going on and everything like that, I mean, this is crazy times we're living in. If you've got a good job, and I'm fortunate to have a really good job right now, one of those essential jobs, and, I'm very fortunate where I'm at. A lot of people aren't that way, and, I feel sad. I feel sad for those individuals. By the way, we're hiring. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. My name is Ike Stevens, Redneck Cruiser, and one of these days I'll go on a cruise again, but right now, it ain't happening anytime soon. Talk to you guys later, 73.